Accompanied by her husband, they embarked on their routine trip to the supermarket, ordinary in every aspect until an unforeseen event transpired. As melodies filled the car, her cheerful singing abruptly collided with a startling occurrence. Out of nowhere, her seat appeared drenched in a sea of crimson, akin to an eruption of red paint that engulfed her and the upholstery. Bewildered, she glanced downward, only to succumb to unconsciousness. In actuality, this episode unfolded due to severe bleeding, an outcome of placenta previa, a condition characterized by the tearing of the placenta from within. In the midst of an ethereal void, she sensed a surreal sensation akin to navigating a cosmic tunnel, a passage transcending space and time. It was as if an unseen force, akin to a colossal vacuum, whisked her through a colossal, obsidian-hued conduit. Her bearings became elusive. A nebulous disorientation enveloped her psyche. Abruptly, a transition materialized. She found herself ensconced before a colossal cinematic canvas, reminiscent of the inner sanctum of a grand theatre. Upon this vast screen, the poignant reel of her genesis unfolded, an intimate portrayal of her nativity juxtaposed with the anguish etched on her biological mother's countenance during labour. The poignant tableau depicted her mother's poignant departure, abandoning her at a northern Maine nunnery's threshold, a wicker cradle nestled within a voluminous basket on a frigid March day. A fleeting rap on the nunnery's portal heralded her mother's exit, leaving her behind. Surveying the kaleidoscope of foster domiciles that cradled her infancy, she recollected the torment endured, a cavalcade of maltreatment, deprivation, and affliction. Strangely detached, she observed these spectacles akin to a spectator in the periphery, distanced from the visceral pangs of abuse, hunger, malaise, and bodily harm. Ethereally, she witnessed the benevolent guardians who embraced her as a foster child at tender age, a harmonious sanctuary fostering kindness and eventual adoption. The tapestry of her existence unfurled, a poignant odyssey traversing peaks and troughs amidst the nurturing of 11 young souls. 2 born of her flesh, the others waifs of neglect, sheltered within her embrace. Her abode resonated ceaselessly with youthful exuberance, exuding familial felicity amid a bustling milieu. The cinematic montage persisted, unveiling the continuum of her existence until a mundane trip to the local market. Glimpses of an unfurling future, nurturing progeny birth subsequent to our second son, punctuated her reverie. Her life's lodestar remained unwavering, the custodianship of children, endowing sanctuary, affection, and assurance. In a realm rife with parental dereliction, she aspired to embody the epitome of nurturing parenthood. Presently, the cherished progeny, sculpted by her tutelage, remained intertwined within her heart's embrace. The retrospective exposition of her life transpired akin to a rapid-fire celluloid reel, every acerbic utterance and deed, a tableau of self-inflicted woe. Experiencing the reverberations of pain inflicted, akin to those wounded by her actions, conferred profound insight. Her formative years, marred by bullying precipitated by physical anomalies from infancy's affliction, witnessed a reflection of retaliatory vitriol. The echoes of those hurtful words served as a testament to their impact upon the perpetrators, despite their malice spawned by her disparity. Ultimately, this retrospective scrutiny evolved into an introspective appraisal, a mirror reflecting lessons of compassion and unwavering acceptance. Absent celestial adjudication, it was an internal reckoning, an epiphany that divinity embodies boundless, unadulterated love for all. This epiphany, born of her transformative encounter within the precincts of clinical demise, formed the nucleus of her profound revelation. The fascination surrounding near-death experiences, NDEs, has perpetually captivated the inquisitive minds of researchers and philosophers alike. These accounts often delve into surreal journeys that traverse what appears to be a realm infused with disquieting sensations, leaving an indelible mark on those who undergo such profound encounters. Speculation in the realm of NDEs offers a divergent lens to interpret the experiences. One conjecture posits a correlation between the descent into an ostensibly hellish realm during an NDE and an overwhelming burden of guilt, coupled with an incapacity to absolve oneself of past transgressions. Here, hell doesn't connote a literal inferno, but signifies the absence of divine love, a desolate emotional chasm that can evoke profound distress. The enigma encompassing NDEs precludes definitive explanations. These episodes remain shrouded in mystery, individualized and enigmatic. Expert perspectives proffer insights into the sway of internal cogitations, fears, and intentions upon NDE occurrences. Contemplations echo that amidst distressing NDE scenarios, recourse to a higher power, often synonymous with God, holds the potential for transformative salvation. This supplication is deemed instrumental in transcending distress, ascending to loftier experiential echelons. Vibrational paradigms assume paramountcy in afterlife discourse, contending that the vibratory essence of life orchestrates our existential encounters. Lower vibrational frequencies tethered to negative deeds purportedly steer individuals toward analogous realms, where communion with others resonating at similar frequencies begets sensations of anguish, despondency, and futility. NDEs, for some, serve as glimpses into potentially perturbing states, offering lessons or profound reflections. However, acknowledging their subjective nature is crucial. These encounters, whether uplifting or distressing, are imbued with the tapestry of individual beliefs and perspectives. The domain of near-death experiences remains an inscrutable facet of human existence. It challenges the fundamental paradigms we hold regarding life, death, and the nebulous domains that might await beyond mortal confines. In recounting her second NDE, characterized by sudden cardiac death syndrome due to her heart condition, she's traversed the threshold of near-death encounters a total of 4 times. Curiously, fear of mortality has yielded to a profound curiosity about the enigmatic realm upon re-entry to the living. Recipients often report a directive to return, tethered to their soul's requisite lessons or experiences. She, personally, yearns for lucid directives about her purpose, yet wonders if such clarity would unravel life's wondrous enigma. Thus, she finds solace in the partial amnesia veiling the intricate details of her NDEs, embracing the mysterious essence integral to life's tapestry. The enigmatic voids within our memory act as gatekeepers, restricting the complete recall of every intricate detail from our past encounters. Consequently, this phenomenon leads us to a juncture where the fear of mortality dissipates. It metamorphoses into a transition that exudes a sense of magnificence and innate simplicity, overshadowing the arduous process of earthly birth and rendering death as a serene inevitability. Among the multitude of enlightening revelations, a profound lesson emerged, pertaining to the impact of suicide on one's spiritual journey. Amidst the ethereal realms of near-death experiences, an ethereal being, radiant and celestial, imparted wisdom regarding the repercussion of self-inflicted deaths. Such acts impede the evolution of the soul, necessitating a form of spiritual convalescence in the afterlife. This newfound understanding brought solace, especially in the wake of her son's companion choosing such a path. The fate of these departed souls, she found solace in believing, transcends the judgmental grasp of religious doctrines that often denounce them to eternal damnation. Preceding the momentous life review during her transcendence, a monumental epiphany unfolded. A revelation as vast as the cosmos itself, unraveling the mysteries that had eluded her mortal contemplation. The intricacies of the universe, the birthing of celestial bodies and the origin, a boundless entity she termed the God Source. Transported to the genesis of creation, a realization emerged, a unified essence threading through all existence. Every particle, including us, an integral fragment of this cosmic symphony. Love, boundless and unconditional, surged forth as comprehension dawned, interconnected souls in an eternal dance, existing beyond the confines of earthly time. Grateful for the chance to articulate her near-death sojourn, she advocates for the sharing of similar experiences. Thank you for immersing in today's discourse. Remember to engage by liking and subscribing, anticipating our rendezvous for the next enlightening episode. Anne was fascinated by the life-changing event and explored new worlds. Anne, a Southern Methodist girl with 4 siblings, recounted a typical childhood with modest academic success. Her ideal future. College was brief, marriage was quick, and motherhood was expected. A predictable, unremarkable path. In the labyrinth of life, fate's delicate threads wove an intricate tapestry, veiling an unexpected encounter. This fateful meeting began in her college yearbook portrait. A mysterious coincidence set in motion a series of events that led to their fateful union. Quickly exchanged marriage vows hid tumultuous discord. At 19, she was ensnared by an overbearing partner and made vows she barely wanted. She fell deeper into despair as time passed through the hourglass. She welcomed her daughter at 22 into the world amid heartbreak and loss, shadowed by a miscarriage. The threat of marital dissonance grew, escalating into a storm of torment. She begged her parents to understand her hardships, but their faith wavered in the face of her passionate pleas, shrouded in uncertainty. Her turbulent and heartbreaking life culminated on one fateful day. A violent altercation shattered her fragile illusion of stability and plunged her into despair. An extraordinary and surreal moment occurred amid the chaos. She was approached by a ghostly figure without sound. She saw her life flash before her eyes, showing that despite her youthful follies, no one had been hurt. A robed figure appeared before her, asking if she was ready to leave. She learned of her daughter's fateful embrace by a loving grandmother. With a mix of trepidation and fascination, she followed the enigmatic figure, intrigued by the enigmatic journey ahead. She mysteriously rose into an infinite void illuminated by an indescribable luminescent energy. Instead of seeing, she felt an ineffable sensation that could not be expressed. She felt cosmic order and limitless enlightenment during this transcendental journey. Traditional religious institutions and human-understood morality crumbled. The cosmic paradigm focused on knowledge and forgiveness, erasing her past from her consciousness. She saw an illuminated passageway full of people as she continued her transcendental journey. In this bright congregation, she saw Uncle. He intercepted her path in khaki pants, a white shirt, and a tan sweater vest, holding an odd clipboard, and said, "It is not your time." She insisted, "I'm going home." Her tenacity led Uncle to meet with spirits. A revelation. They saw a white-clad cadre triaging in strange but compelling ways at gatherings across the US and abroad. By touching hearts and guiding them into cavernous chambers, they healed most but not all. "But there are only thousands of them," she inquired. Uncle calmly explained, "That's enough. Their work is sufficient." Witnessing their amalgamation into a collective consciousness, empowered by another side activation, they channeled a luminous effulgence into the world, dispelling shadows and trepidation, and establishing a millennia-long celestial harmony on earth. Uncle understood her importance, saying, "We need you there." She realized her purpose was being present and mindful, not being a victim. With this realization, she returned to her body in a peaceful, loving, and mission-driven environment. Her husband's vociferations were heard as auditory sensations returned. Her calm response to his anger was, "No, you send me to my father." Her words upset him, and he stormed out, leaving her in peace and satisfaction. She became deeply depressed when the world's noise again entered her consciousness. After her divorce, she hid her experience for 15 years to avoid institutionalization. After attending IANDS events, she remembered radiant glimmers and an ineffable domain where love and intelligence transcended terrestrial comprehension. A glimpse of the future had caught her imagination in her 40s. At 52, she couldn't understand the vision's enigmatic meaning. Despite this ambiguity, her purpose was clear: to help people align their aspirations with their heartfelt intentions. Bereavements and trials had scarred her soul, making her life story anything but peaceful. After returning from an undisclosed trip, she experienced an inexplicable psychic surge, unwelcome glimpses into people's thoughts, and strange electrical encounters. She accidentally eavesdropped on a man she shared her bed with and his daughter's private conversations, their disembodied voices haunting the night. Her silenced decision to end their relationship was prompted by the overwhelming intrusion into their private space. Some observers saw ethereal, swirling white luminosities engulfing her, tying her existence in a dance of confusion and making her dating life a maze. Her unconventional experiences were enhanced by her ability to telepathically communicate with certain animals and occasionally answer their questions. She was occasionally transported to unexpected places in time to intervene in crucial events, but these occurrences gradually faded. Despite these extraordinary forays, she preferred silence to romantic entanglements. She discovered through remote viewing that transcendental experiences are not tied to mortality. Her reverence for a higher power became unambiguous awareness, tinged with exasperation at others' attempts to fit her experiences into religious paradigms. Attending IANDS, International Association for Near-Death Studies, events helped her embrace living in the moment, aware of life's imperfections without the recipe for an ideal life. She understood that no language could capture the multidimensional, eternal essence of her extraterrestrial encounters. She was adamant about not linking murder to divine plans. She deeply experienced this belief, which shaped her story. Her life included reconciliation with her ex-husband. Their journey separated them. The bridge of amity remained uncrossed. Their story was from a time when forgiveness was the currency, resulting in unmatched understanding. Her 30-year-old daughter lived with her father and helped him run his business. Time transformed her father into a more empathetic person. He stopped hunting after seeing a waning deer, which haunted him. His vow to protect life in all its forms took root. He was still rustic, but gentler. Contented conclusions were often slow to reach. She later found her grandfather's relics among her grandmother's. One of the visual memoirs showed the mysterious uncle, the figure she had met on the other side. Her grandfather and his brothers died generations ago, but these pictures were hidden from her